Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Outer Worlds. This is going to be part 4, picking up exactly where we left off. We had spoken to Adelaide. We had told her about the power situation because we had diverted the power to Edgewater and not the settlement, so she was a little upset. But she thought there might be another way because she has a cure for the plague or something like that. So we're gonna go speak to the other deserters outside and see what they got to say, and then we gotta speak to Reed and see what he got to say. But so far, I have the fusion rifle, so that's gonna be a huge upgrade in this video. Gonna be helping me kill a lot of enemies. As you can see, I have a couple point marks because I need to either speak to Grace or Thomas, which are this guy right here. So he's closer, so I'm gonna talk to him. Again? Let's see what he got to say, guys.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. More like the voice of experience. I spent 3 years of my life working the cannery belt. Nearly killed me. You know, I wager you're right. I wouldn't mind plying my craft in a real workshop of my own. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her. Are you sure about this? If we head back to Edgewater on our own, Adelaide won't come with us. She'll stay here and curse us till the end of her days. I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
Zoe's still out there. Don't much care to leave her unaccounted. If you find her, could you let me know? We'll be waiting in Edgewater.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back, yeah?
Looks like there's been a change of plans. I have convinced the settlers to return to Edgewater, and Adelaide's side mission or option for what she wanted me to do has vanished. So with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and give this guy his guides. I gave him one already because I had found one. I picked it up, didn't know what it was, but now I do. So let's go find the other two. Should be over here at the mark because in the quest is called the Frightened Engineer. And so once we get this out of the way, he's going to become an engineer for Edgewater. They're going to return to Edgewater, and then Adelaide's going to stay, I think, at the botanical lab or whatever. I'm not sure. She's pretty angry with us, and I don't know what she's got to say. I haven't talked to her. But let's get this out of the way, and then we can move on. So far, I'm having a really good time playing this game, guys. I highly recommend you guys downloading it on the Xbox One Game Pass. Or on the PlayStation Network. I'm not sure if it's free for the PlayStation, but it's worth every penny, I would say. And I have learned that I was doing it all wrong in the inventory system. I know how to repair, mod, all that. You just press Y or triangle on PlayStation when you're looking at it in the inventory, and then you can repair it, you can upgrade it, you can tinker with it, all that good stuff. Put mods in it. Look at this future in kitchen. It's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and keep searching for more stuff. Log over there. Let's go check out these little containers. Or actually, there's... Ooh.
Oh, you got that?
Ooh, let's see what's in here. What is that called? A shunk? Or shank? Shunk. Those are used for hacking. They're like your lockpicks, but for hacking or terminals. Take that. Go ahead and remember to keep spamming all the weapons you can. I've learned that you could also break down the weapons while looking at it in the looting screen. But if you have more than one weapon that is the same, you could go ahead and break it down and then use those components or those bits. I'm not sure what it uses, but then you could use that to repair your old. Ooh, look at that! I just got. And then you could also hold Y like I am now, or triangle on the PlayStation, and then you can swap out your weapons more easily. I have learned that, and then I'm here to give you those tips. But let's get on to the gameplay. I found this grenade launcher. It's using heavy ammo, and then it's 8 bullets every grenade. Fusion rifle, I can shoot it once at a time, but if you hold it to charge it, I'm not sure how many it takes, but I think it takes the same. 6 or 8. I really honestly don't know. And then here, look at the rabid sprat.
Incoming!
The lizard frog, guys. The lizard frog.
We did it!
And you could, I think, the best thing to do with this is just keep on grabbing the animal hide or, meat. I'm not sure if they have hides, but you could grab the meat and then you could sell them at the vendor. They sell pretty decent. Look at that, 200 cartridges. I'm down. And here's the vendor right here. You could sell all kinds of stuff. You want to make sure you get into your loot, your junk, and see what you can and can't sell, and then sell all the good stuff. If it looks like it's going to be useful in the future, I recommend keeping it. Nothing specific yet because I'm not sure the items and how useful the items can be sometimes. I know that all the if it's going to give you regenerative, I'm not sure how to say that, but if it heals you, I would recommend keeping that. 8 minutes in and I'm stuttering like crazy. Let's open this, get on the balcony, take all this good stuff. Oh yeah. I think in my future video I'm going to be skipping all my looting and just heading straight to the objective. Just to stay on tick so I don't lose you guys on the way. But for now, because this is what I got, so we're going to make it work, guys. Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below if you have received any of the items that I have gotten this early in the game, or what's the best item you received on the early game. And it had to have changed your gameplay majorly or benefited you a lot. My companions are sweet too. Right now I'm sorry about the slow uploads that I've been giving you guys lately. Recently in Colorado there is a snowstorm, so that's why my uploads have been off schedule, guys. Skipping forward just a bit, we're gonna run into a conversation here.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Oh, she's talking about Thomas?
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Okay, so Thomas is really obsessed with her and looks
This
like
is
she
a
has a
fine
crush.
day,
Let's
friend.
see what
Power flows through
Reed
our
has to
town
say
like
about
a
the
cool
us
stream of
diverting the
water.
power.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater. By all means. Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a toolbox, I may have a place for him in the Holcomb workshop. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
I don't think he isn't sincere as he sounds. He's saying that he pushed his workers too hard, that he's gonna make amends, but I really don't think he's gonna make amends in the way that we think he is, because he sounds a little sketchy there, guys. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. But we got Thomas Kemp the job as an
Where are we headed?
engineer. Also, with this new, or with the choice that we have made, we're gonna, I guess, highlight Edgewater. We're gonna give them a little more power. They're gonna get a little more support on the medical side, maybe even financially. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it starts thriving and the city is better than it once was. The plague is still gonna catch people, I'm afraid. That's what I'm afraid of. Skipping forward just a bit, guys. Alright, guys, so we gotta make our way to Adelaide. I'm gonna go ahead and run over here just so you guys can stick with me, and then I'm gonna skip forwards. We're just gonna get right there. Pretty much there's a little bit of loot on the way there, so we're gonna check things out. I think there is a marauder camp over here. We're gonna go check that out. I want to run over here because I don't think I've ran this way yet, or maybe I have. I do recognize this stuff, these little trailers. It says there's a workshop somewhere or something like that. I don't see it. Oh well. Oh, from the corner, and here they are, guys. Take care of these guys real quick. And then they're taming these things. I wonder if that's a thing, if we could do or something. If there's a way that we could turn them on each other real quick or something like that. That would be really cool. I wonder, guys. Alright, so we're grabbing all the loot that we can. I wonder, there has to be an entrance. Like, there has to be some more, like, indoor loot somewhere. I would imagine. Oh, wow. I think I've been over there. I think that's the auto mechanical area. Holy snap. Yo, that dude's big. Yo, look at that. That dude is huge. I don't want to get hit by that. Alright, guys, skipping forward. We are here at Adelaide at the botanical lab. Gonna take
Look at
our
that. The snakes come
engine
back.
thing, regulator.
Good for them. I'm glad. Back to the old cannery with Grace, and Thomas, and Stefan, and all the others. I expected it'd end like this. Lived out here for years all by my lonesome. Only right that I'd die the same way. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. If you don't mind leaving an old lady with her thoughts, I'd be much obliged. It is too late, and I'm tired of talking.
So we're taking the power regulator right there. We just took it. Stranger in a new land. Or stranger in a strange land, I'm sorry. Mission has been completed. Return to the ship. Alright guys, I'm gonna be skipping forward. We're gonna be returning to the ship and maybe taking off. I don't know. We're gonna see what Ada has to say. I'm not sure if I want to take off yet because there's a lot of side missions and stuff that I skipped. Just staying on track with the story mission, but I don't know guys, we'll see, because I think I might be able to return here as well later on in the story. If that's the case, then I want to do that, maybe see how that goes, you know what I mean guys. There's a camp, I could see it. Let's go check out this camp. Yeah, I knew I seen some smoke. Oh, there's something right there. It kind of looked like those engineer pads. Let's see what that is after I grab this loot. Good old loot. See what this is. Nope. Didn't want to sleep. Okay, nothing. Let's skip forward, guys. Alright, now we're heading back to the ship right now, guys. We're going to see what Ada has to say, if we could take off or not. Still have a little dead zone problem, so I'm going to have trouble getting loot here and there, but bear with me. Tell me what you guys think about the skipping in this video, if it's enough or if I should skip a little more, some here and there, just get straight to the point of the missions of the story mode, or if I should, you know, show my looting here and there. It's kind of random when I do that.
Is this your ship?
And actually long.
Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
So she's never seen a spaceship before. She's pretty excited to be on the ship, and then she asked if she could come along, tag along. And of course, I said yes because I want the company. I want to see what she says when we enter places. I want to see how she jumps into conversations because I know that she's been doing that a lot lately. But I don't mind it. It's actually very interesting. Sometimes their jokes are very crude. I get into it to see what Ada has to say, guys.
That Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Alright, let's go install this bad boy. We're going to be taking off in the next video, hopefully. Maybe they give me an option to stick around for a little bit longer so I can finish up some side missions. If not, that's cool. I'm down to take off whenever. I got my companion. I bet you there's more companions in the world, so we're going to see what we run into out there in the outer worlds. Guys, let's see what Ada says again.
You, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single view. A like and a sub would also be appreciated. Until next time, we're going to be taking off in the next episode, guys. Get ready for that. Thank you so much.